she puts me on medication. So now I'm on Zoloft, and I start getting on all these prescription medications, and they're trying to help me, but I didn't have the like tools to process. Like it was rough, man. So I start taking medication. I'm on all this stuff, and I'm drinking again. I'm lying to my now wife, my girlfriend, because I'm trying to make myself feel better. So that's what alcohol did that for me. And I get to a point in December, and I was at that last straw. Like I knew what I wanted to do in life, but I still had those anchors that were holding me back.
Sure.
And then, and like I talk about anchors a lot when I speak to my vets. Like, they can be good at some point and keep you stable, but at the end of the day, you're not going to get to where you want to go if you keep them there. And December 5th, I go out and talk to my wife. She's off doing wonderful things as she always is. And she's like, you can be drinking tonight? I was like, no, no, I'm good. I promise you, baby, I'm not drinking anymore. And sure enough, I get around my friends, and one thing leads to another, and I wake up that next morning, like passed out on my phone, like completely wasted, all this. And I just remember that morning, man, like I was like, fuck, that's it. Like she's gone. My purpose is gone. I'm out of the military now. Like I got nothing. And we talk about the suicide. I had a plan, so I was going to execute that plan that morning. And I have a nightstand next to my bed. So I pull my Glock 19 out of there, and I have all my stuff set up. Like I was going to act like I was cleaning my weapon. And I take the weapon down, and I put it here up against my leg, and I was planning on shooting myself with the femoral and just let myself bleed out. And I had two things happen. I had bought her this is going to be emotional about me because my dog just died. But I bought her this Great Dane. His name is Captain. He's a little puppy, And I didn't close my door enough, so he pushed the door open and he came and sat down. He was looking at me, and I was like, man, I can't do this in front of this dog, So whoa. I put the gun down temporarily, and I went and put him in the bathroom. And then I came back from the bathroom. I was like, all right, now my brain's starting to think a little bit more rationally. I'm like, oh, who can I have come over to check on the dog who's strong enough to potentially see me dead? So I'm thinking, all right, well, I'll think about some of my military buddies, right? They've seen death all the time. And I'm like, man, I can't put that on them, and so I'm like, how am I going to do this? And I pick up my phone, and I had a message from my now wife, Brittany, and it was like a message of love, man. It was like, and she's like so ingrained in her purpose. She's like, she's like, I got people helping this world. And I don't know if I can be with you, but I can always love you. And maybe I can't be with you, but I can always be there for you, And I was like, man, that's it. Like I got to change something. And so I put the gun away. I pet the dog, and that was December 6, 2020, man. That was the last time I ever touched alcohol. And I've been sober since then. And I talked to my wife. She's an entrepreneur, and we start planning things SF-wise, man. I'm like, I'm not the enemy. These things that I'm leaning on, this is my enemy, right? So I got to treat him as my enemy. And we started planning all this out, and that's what we do. That's why we have the Heal the Heroes program. Because there's guys like me, that we got so much good to do in this world. Because it was, after that point, it was 2 months later, I was chasing a witch doctor down for beheading kids in Uganda.
Wow.
And I was almost not even on this planet anymore, man. Like, so it's unbelievable how we can talk ourselves into what seems crazy and take the easy way out. But the ripple effect of everything, what God's calling, what we got in this world, man,